All right. Peace and greetings, YouTubers. So, Permit Patti. Goodness. You would think after a while that sometimes people would catch a hint and learn that, after the whole BBQ Becky fiasco, it helps to sometimes just mind your business. Be on your merry way, be great, go live your life, and, do what you normally do, play your weekly game of checkers or watch Grey's Anatomy, or do whatever it is that you do that makes you happy. But for some folks, they get happy by messing up somebody else's day. There's some people who just go out of their way to be problematic for no reason, just because they feel that they can. And then when they get called out about it, they want to be in their feelings. So with this situation, I don't know if you've seen the video, but long story short, there's a video where this young lady, she's selling some water bottles to people in San Francisco on a nice hot summer day because she wants to go to Disneyland. And so rather than begging people for money and, not pulling herself up from the bootstrap like y'all try to tell people, even though y'all don't ever give people the boot to even pull the straps with, she said, I'm going to take the initiative and I'm going to make some money and I'm going to sell my water bottle so I can go to Disney. Now, mind you, y'all know Disney is expensive as I don't know what. So by the time she would have sold them $30 worth of water bottles, she would have had just enough money for a napkin. Because Disneyland is one expensive MF place. So is Disney World. Anything Disney. I don't know if they still have these stores in the mall, but they used to have this little Disney store at the mall. Like when I lived in Washington State, Tacoma Mall used to have this Disney store. Everything in there was expensive. Like Disneyland, my kids better not ever ask to go. Okay, we going to Chuck E. Cheese because that's in my tax bracket. And honestly, you use your imagination and pretend to slide as a roller coaster because we're not spending that kind of money. Plus, they got the same mascot anyway, okay? Like, the Chuck E. Cheese mouse is just Mickey without a tan. So, we're good. We save our money. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese, have us a good time. You get some pizza. You go on the slide, go on the balls, we go home. And we save money. And then you can get some new shoes and stuff. See, you got to be economically literate, just financially literate. But anyway, I'm trolling. I'd be done spoiled. My kids, we go right to Disneyland. I'd be in there pissed off spending all that money. But, anyway, so the little girl's trying to sell the stuff. Permit Patti was like, you will not be on these streets selling things without a permit. She wanted to make sure that the girl had a permit and she didn't. So she was like, I'm going to have to call the police. But in this situation, there was somebody who was watching like a bystander and they decided to record her and pretty much shame her and say like, you look stupid messing with this little girl who's trying to sell water. And, so actually, let me just play the video real quick.
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some water. She calling police on an 8-year-old little girl. You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit? Yeah.
On my property.
It's not your property.
All right, so as you can see the nonsense here, she almost has the same attitude as BBQ Becky. Remember BBQ Becky was talking all that trash and, blah, blah, blah. And then when, stuff started to unfold and then why she started crying. Now, Permit Patti didn't cry in this one, but the fact that this woman then started hiding, I can't do it. First of all, the little girl's the one who should be playing hide and seek. Instead, she got to go fight and claw and raise some money to go to Disneyland. Your grown behind is the one over here ducking and dodging like we don't see you. What you doing? And then still on the phone. And the funniest part is I was reading the Huffington Post, and she was saying that, I don't know the lady's name, and I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not that pressed about it. But Permit Patti, we'll just stick with Patti. So Patti was saying, she feels discriminated against and everybody's against her, and she wasn't really going to call the police. She was just pretending. And I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Who goes out of their way to purposely troll people just for the fun of it? Why are you pretending to call the police? If you were going to pretend to call the police, mind your business and keep walking. Let that little girl sell her water and be on her merry way. Plus, listen, it's a hot San Francisco day, and San Francisco don't even get that hot. Like, if you live over there, that breeze coming from the water always keeps the city cool, but apparently that day was hot. So, you got the people walking around, the kids skateboarding, the clown with the balloons. Actually, I think I'm naming the beginning of Mariah Carey's fantasy video. But anyway, the people are, doing their happy San Francisco thing. And so, the girl's trying to sell some water because that's something that people need when it's hot. Hell, I know when I'm driving out in D.C. and them people be selling them waters on the side of the street, I be buying like 2 or 3 of them things, and that'd be the best water. But anyway, just let people be themselves. I understand people like to try to enforce rules, but she was selling water. Y'all acting like the girl was selling some plates of lasagna. Then you could have a conversation about permits and stuff because now it's really about food safety and all that. But she's selling some packaged water. Is it really that deep? Y'all, some of y'all are just some miserable people. Just miserable. You're just not happy with life. You gotta find something wrong with everything. Goodness. And so, you know what? I'm gonna start being petty too. I'm gonna find one of them books that just has all the laws of the land, and I'm gonna start going to the most gentrified areas of town and start enforcing them rules. Because I just learned in New York City, like in Manhattan, it is illegal to talk in an elevator. So listen, the next time I'm in Manhattan, I want it silent. You better not even cough or sneeze. I'm calling the police right away. We need to enforce the laws. Okay, like I'm going to the most gentrified part of DC next week. I'm gonna have my little book. I ain't got no book, but we'll just use my little Discovery Channel book today. Like I'm about to have my little book. It's gonna have like all the laws of the land, and I'm gonna just start pulling people to the side. Excuse me. Did you know that in Law 2255, Section 3C, Appendix B, it is illegal to have more than 6 fruits in your smoothie, and you're not allowed to have citrus mixed with the berries. So I'm gonna have to make a citizen's arrest, or otherwise let me confiscate the smoothie right now. Like I'm gonna really start doing that crap. I'm gonna start enforcing the laws, man, because like people tripping. Like if you are that pressed to really make somebody's day just miserable over some petty stuff like barbecuing with charcoal on the wrong side of the park, or selling some bottles of water when it's hot outside, as if 2 blocks down there's not somebody doing the same thing with a permit but selling a bottle of water for $4. Like, get out of here. Like, that's what y'all need to be mad about. People selling a bunch of BS and charge you a whole bunch of money for it. I was at a farmer's market the other day, and you know how like in the farmer's markets, they'll sell fruit and stuff and vegetables, but they'll also have people that are selling products. This lady, I'm telling you, I'm not lying, this lady was selling paper bracelets. Some bracelets made out of some special paper. These are paper bracelets. They are made from the paper of the something tree and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, how much are they? And these retail for $18. Now, see, that's some stuff you need to go to jail for. Like, I was ready to call the police, then $18 for a paper bracelet just for me to get a paper cut on my wrist. Ain't nobody about to buy that nonsense. But you worried about the little girl selling her water so she can go to Disney. Okay? Her parents already told her Disney was too expensive. She need to find a way to make the money for it. She went and tried to do it the honest way. Y'all got a problem with it. Folks are miserable. Like, it's like people just always try to find ways to make things difficult. I remember when I was in elementary, when I lived in Italy, we had this teacher named Miss Juniper. She was actually really cool. Apparently she was an astronaut or something back in the day. But I remember my school, there was only one water fountain in that specific hallway where all of our classrooms were. And so when we would come back from recess, it would be like 6 or 7 classrooms all coming back, and everybody would be at that water fountain trying to get it in. And Miss Juniper used to regulate that water fountain. Like, man, she would stand at the water fountain and she would push the button. And so you'd be in line. Mind, it's hot. You've been playing tetherball, basketball, tag, whatever you're playing, capture the flag, manhunt, whatever you're playing at recess, getting it in. And mind you, our playground didn't have any grass. It was just straight asphalt. And so you in there hot, and so with the sun beaming on the asphalt and coming back up, it's hot. You sweating, you out of breath, you running, you in line. Thirsty. And man, I tell you, school water fountains were always the best. That would be the coldest water. But anyway, Miss Juniper used to regulate this crap. So she would stand there, and when you get to the thing, she'd push the button and she'd go 1, 2, 3, next, and then boom, 1, 2, 3, next. And so you had that 1, 2, 3 to get your sip in, and then you had to get out of line and go to class. But the problem is, I used to be pissed because that wasn't 3 seconds. That was like 1.5. Because the way I used to count, I used to be like 1, 2, 3, because I would try to pretend I was looking at the clock on the microwave, because that's how the microwave seconds used to do. So when she do that 1, 2, 3, and then the worst part is because she was pushing it. I don't know if you've seen like when a water fountain, sometimes when it shoots, sometimes it shoots, or sometimes it kind of just drips. The water fountain will kind of do whatever it was. So depending on how hard she pushed it, you get hit in the face, and you really didn't even get a sip because you were moving back. So before you could get your mouth to the water, it's 3. Come on, like yo, Miss Juniper. I was be ready to fight her. You be in class thirsty, about to have an asthma attack. I don't even have asthma, but you'd be about to have an asthma attack, dehydrated, thirsty. But I mean, she regulated that line. She would get like 50 kids in and out of that water fountain in like 2 minutes. Everybody be in class. But we couldn't stand her at the time. Like I'm telling you, some people just make things difficult for others. Just goodness. So Permit Patty, do good. Can we go back to her hiding? Because I just look at this. Look at that. How stupid do you look? Like you're behind. I was gonna say something else. Yourself, you're behind over there hiding. Grown adult hiding because you look stupid. You see, like you see what I mean? Like people just, I can't. Anyway, subscribers, I'm gonna give y'all a couple videos this week because I was camping, so I haven't really been home to do as many as I would like to. So I got some new videos for y'all coming this week. Probably like I'm gonna try to get in like 3 or 4. Plus the podcast comes out Tuesday. But anyway. Oh, and hey, some of y'all are in luck tonight. You might get 2 videos because I forgot the BT Awards come on. I forgot all about them, but hell, they don't promote stuff the right way. So guess we got to watch that tonight too. So all right, I'm out. Subscribe.